Unload. There's no humans. Crump them. Get the heavy bolter on him. Oh. All right. ShadeSpire? This isn't 40K.
Phew, it's not 40K.
All right, Jackson. This is pretty cool. Your very first unboxing. You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? A little hesitation there, though, huh?
Why does that have lightning and that like a lion?
You know, I honestly couldn't tell you because I'm not the Age of Sigmar guy. I was kind of like crazy. What? They're sending us stuff that's not 40K? That's weird. But you're more of an Age of Sigmar guy, aren't you? So you have a couple armies. What armies are those, Jackson?
Eldar.
Oh, for the Age of Sigmar.
Oh. Whatever those guys are.
Yeah.
And whatever those guys.
Oh, okay.
Chaos.
So you have Chaos and the Celestials or whatever those Stormcast? Cool.
I only have like 3 of the these guys.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of neat. It looks like we're probably going to have some guys that are they're going to be color coded, a little blue, a little red. That could be kind of interesting. What are you kind of thinking that is going to be inside here? I mean, I'm kind of easy to build. I bet those are snap fit. You were asking whether or not it took glue. I bet you it doesn't take glue. So what do you think? You think it's going to take glue or not? You're excited, are you? Yeah? All right. Shall we open this?
Sure.
All right.
Can I start it? So, deer.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a little shark. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. That's good. Go ahead and yank it off. Like Christmas, bro.
This is mine. This is my present. This is my present.
Cool. All right, bud.
Find us on...
So, let's... So, is there something you wanted to see on the back? Was there something that you thought was pretty cool? What do you see?
Well, I saw that the board is pretty cool,
Yeah?
but I don't understand why it's so tiny.
Oh, yeah. I get the impression that this is just going to be a dueling game. It's not going to be a big battle game. So it's like, you know, you get your 4 people, that person gets their 3 people, like in this case, 4 Chaos versus 3 Stormcast, and it's supposed to be a fast-paced game. From what I understand, it's like we got a chance to play it at Adepticon, and that was kind of it. It was just like real quick, almost like Magic in a way, or Pokemon. So let's go ahead and take a look inside, because I haven't had a chance to see this like in its entirety. So.
Pop outs.
Oh,
I call dibs.
Oh, wow. Wait a sec. All right, you want to bust it open? Oh, well, there's the playing mat. That's cool. All right, let's get that thing going, man. I'll move this out of the way for now. Okay, cool. Is that, you got it? Nice, little fingers.
Do not call me baby hands.
Oh, okay, we'll not call you baby hands. All right, so there's, ooh, is that?
2 mats?
Whoa, okay, so these go together maybe? Or is it just, no, maybe they don't. Maybe that's all.
Wait, what if they were
Cool.
like
Oh, yeah?
that?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wait, yeah, because see, that finishes that.
You're right, so maybe they can go together. What did it say? I wasn't sure if it said it's 1 to 2 players. Oh, 2 players, so it says 2 players. But apparently there's a expansion so you can have 4. So that's pretty neat.
Jeez.
So what else you got? What do I got on there? I think some of these are action counters, and some of these are for, yeah, you activate people. Maybe those are those. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Poochies.
Yeah, poochies. So, what else do we have? So it looks like some terrain, right? Like we have some of these little terrain pieces. And I think these are probably going to go into the, those might be objectives or something. 7, 8. So some of these have numbers. So there's a 7, and then just a whatchamajig on the other side.
8. Wait, there's 7, 8, Wait.
So what do you see?
5, 6, 7,
Yeah?
8, 9.
Uh-huh.
There must be.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
There must be.
Some of these might have the earlier numbers.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think like from what I understand, you have victory points. You're trying to score victory points throughout the game. So like at the end of each turn, you count up your victory points, and maybe the gold are the victory points. Looks like some of these are also. There's a lot of tokens to this. It kind of has like that X-wing kind of feel to it, doesn't it? Do you remember that in X-wing, Jackson? There's a lot of tokens.
But I didn't get to put. Did I get to punch him?
You gotta be faster, man. All right, so I think people probably aren't interested in looking at us punch these out. So let's go ahead and just toss these to the side because it looks like a lot of these are pretty much the same. And those are those smaller numbers you're looking for: 1, 2, 3, 4, just like you predicted, Jackson.
Poochies.
Yeah. Okay.
Poochies.
So
Poochies.
put this off to the side.
Which side?
But yeah, so it looks like if you wanted to, you could flip this over and it becomes a different battlefield. So I wonder.
People don't want to watch us
Yeah?
punch these out, but I want to do it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. So now we have the book. Do you have the knife over there? Can you pass me the knife? So we have the instructions
Ooh.
and the how-to. Well, let's say. Wait. Let's do this real quick, and then we'll do the models. Okay. All right. So we have looks like 2 booklets, quick starter sheet, and then the how to assemble. Yeah. So there's not a whole lot of models here. So what we'll probably do is we'll take a look at. We'll put some of these together, and then take a look at it. Oh, this is cool.
Does he
Quick
use
start
any
begin here.
glue?
What's that?
Does he use any glue?
I don't. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's look to the. Let's see the rules real quick. And this maybe we'll just do a skip over real quick just to see what it's all about. Oh, I see a dwarf. The chosen axes, Iron Skull's boys. Ooh. The Sepulchra guard.
The chosen axes.
Yeah.
Split.
So you can be dwarves, Skaven, undead, orcs, of course chaos, and the Stormcast. There's gonna be a lot of teams out there, Jackson. I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff. And then let's see, objective to the game. Okay, the glory point token. Yeah, so those guys are your victory points. Wound token, shard fall token. I don't know. That's probably for the mission. Activation token. Did we see any of those? I think you probably had. Oh, okay, there they are.
Let's punch
Guard
these out.
token. Core rules. Then we're busting into the deck building. And I heard that it was going to be kind of a deck builder. From what I understand, it's not going to be a collectible card game. You're just going to find cards in packs with guys in them. And they're not random, from what I understand. Although this was kind of in the early stages when I saw it, so a lot may have changed. Or maybe they just didn't know.
Maybe in early stages.
Well, that was at Adepticon. Like, I got a chance to play it.
So you know
oh, here we
all
go.
this?
Multiple player games. So you buy a couple sets, and then you can use the board in different ways. Oh, that's cool.
Poochies.
Yeah, bud.
Poochies.
Fixed format, 4 players. Here we go, dude.
Poochie,
There we go,
poochie,
3 player. So you use 3 boards, and then 4 players. So I guess like for every person there is, you get to throw in a board. Well, that's neat. And I think like with the rules, like it goes kind of back and forth. So that should lend itself real easy to having multiple people. Jackson, what do you see on this sprue? Let's look at this one first. So this is your Stormcast, right? So looks like we have.
I see a huge floating head.
Okay, so do I. Put your head right there. So that's kind of neat. It looks like that's going to go on one of these bases, right? It kind of looks like that goes on top of that base, right? So I think on the other side, yep, there's a peg. So this is your question. You were asking if they snap together, right? Whether or not they use glue. It's looking like a lot of pegs and holes. You see that? You're excited. So this will be nice because we're going to throw these together and then we won't have to glue them because I wouldn't mind like trying to put together some mods. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's a girl Stormcast. You see that? Boobies.
Ooh.
Yeah, what do you see?
A lion shoulder pad.
Yeah? Yep. They definitely have those.
Meow.
So from what I understand, they're not going to give you too many options in these. I think that they were, like, when I was asking them at Adepticon, they said it's pretty much, they're going to be stock. It's going to be exactly what you see, one mono pose, and that's it. And that's kind of what we saw to some degree out of Age of Sigmar. So don't expect to get like a ton of options with your guys. It's just, boom, there's your dude. That's all. Go home, play your game. So.
But what if you're already at home?
Yeah, then I guess you can make it whatever you want.
Ooh, then you have to go to tier 1, go back home, and then play the game.
There you go. So you heard that. If you're in Anchorage, you go to tier 1, you grab your stuff. Everybody else has to fly to Alaska to go to tier 1. So what else do you see here? Is there anything else that's kind of calling your attention? Here's this interesting head with a shoulder above it. I wonder if this is... Yeah.
I think they're holding a head.
Oh, you're right. I think you're absolutely right. That's them holding their helmet, right? I bet you it's this guy right here. Yeah, it looks like it actually, this rope connects up to that rope. So I guess I get a little closer. So this is just like him holding his helmet.
Ooh, I also like that because like you're just walking through and like all these walls pass by and like everything's just destroyed.
Yeah. So this
It'll
looks
look
like
cool.
It's the scenery from the board, right? Okay, so then, but now here's something interesting. So in this one, we saw a lot of ruined city and stuff. So this one has like its own theme, but then this one has a slightly different theme. Actually, not even slightly, it's like a lot different. It looks like this is kind of like a blighted wasteland a little bit, right? So there's like cracked earth and skulls. Of course, like wherever chaos goes, there's skulls, right?
Probably because they just chop off your head the first thing they do.
Yeah.
They're like Orcs. Okay, all we do is kill.
Oh,
Oh, hello, Dave. Slaughter.
Dave the Orc.
Hello, Bob. Slaughter. Like, hello. Whatchamacallit? Dead.
So it looks like there's 5 guys here. They're a lot easier to put together than the Sigmarites, right? Look at the detail on those, Jackson. What do you think of the detail?
Too much of it.
Too much detail? You think so?
Well, there's not that much. Well, if there's like no detail, and there's too much detail,
Yeah.
we're good. And we just have to find somewhere in between.
Yeah.
See, like, look at this box.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's too much detail in this stupid face. And what you should really do is you should just make like if you look, like just make like
Yeah.
like
So
just do one and then
yeah, so you
make
want to simplify it. So here's it looks like this is just an ad for the actual Age of Sigmar. So I'm guessing that this game is going to be kind of like an introduction to Age of Sigmar. Like, hey, you liked a ShadeSpire? Why don't you get into this other game? Because it kind of talks about like your, what is it? Thunder and Blood. I think that was the introductory set. This will be gold and red. And then it's, I think looks like this is the stuff out of the main box. So should be interesting. From what I understand, they said that if this does really well and people really want to, they'll bring it into 40K. So we'll have like a 40K version at some point. So it looks like we have some special dice. It's not your 1-6s. So we have, oh man, they're harkening back. Here's some old Blood Bowl symbols. So we have like the smashy with the exclamation mark. Ah! There's one of those. It looks like there are 2 hammers.
weird eyeball thingy.
1 double sword and that eyeball thing, yeah. And then it looks like one of them is like, oh, there's a half opened eye. So it looks like 2 axes and then a unique everything else.
What are the 2 axes?
And the black one, this is going to be interesting because now there's like a swoop. This okay, I bet this is defense dice. The other one's attack dice. This is defense dice. 2 shields to cancel out the 2 hammers. Like a push, half eye, full eye. I think these are crits. I think there's like crit things. So that should be kind of neat.
Wait, so this is half a critical, and that's a full critical,
Oh,
and that's movement, and that's hurt.
maybe.
Wait,
One might be dodge or something, like move out of the way. One's defense.
Oh, I bet this is dodge, the arrow thingy.
Yeah.
The exclamation point is like, make you're wounded.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, you just double that.
Yeah?
This, you triple.
Okay, so we have some character cards. From what I remember, you have your regular character, and then I think you flip them over when they're bloodied, from what I recall. And we'll have to get back to you on this. We'll end up playing a game. So here's your Chaos guys, Jackson.
That's it?
Cassius the Chained, Garrick Gorebeard, Blooded Sake, Targor, and Urnuf. Oh gosh, I played Chaos when we played the game, and I can't remember who I used that I really liked. I think it was a guy with like 2 axes or something. It might have been this guy right here, Targor. He had an axe and a knife. But yeah, you can flip through those. And then it looks like we have some...
this looks like what's that show or movie? Bad Santa.
Oh.
He looks like Bad Santa with like the really big beard, except a whole lot heavier. Like he looks like a demon, but Santa and Santa put together.
So it looks like now we have
grim.
some of the extra cards. Don't open this until you've played a few games. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that. I should have read that. Open this when you play your first game. This pack includes fighter cards and objective. Okay, so this is the beginning deck. So this is your objective, your basic objective cards. Hold objective 3. Oh, that's what those are. Remember earlier when we saw these? This is objective 6. So you're gonna have your objectives in there. Whoa, Jackson, you got a tootie butt.
Gas leak.
So it looks like these are your objectives, and that's why they're gold. This is going to go in your deck, and you're actually going to use these to help aid your battle. So you're going to use these, like if you need a berserk charge, you'll play this. I think there's like a point where you can play a card. Some of these say that you can use after, and I think like there's restrictions for who they are. So. I don't know. I think, Jackson, maybe we should throw some of these together and then do like a quick review of what the models look like assembled. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Assemble time!
All right, so just kind of lining these guys up. First off, we have Severin Steelheart. Right there, Severin Steelheart. So, get the light on him.
Poochies.
So what did you think of this guy, Jackson? It looks like he's kind of like the leader of the... I'm guessing he's probably like the boss of the Stormcast.
Well, what he looks like to me
Yeah?
is he looks like... The only reason why he looks a little bit cool is probably because if you look at his hair, it's like all in the wind. Like, just the way his sword is. Like, there's a sword right next to a cape. I'm like, I think when we paint him, he'll be a lot better. But there will be some like bad changes and good changes. Like the good part about having him all blue is that it looks like he's like the superior of, I don't know, water or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he's like a water elemental. So then we have
What's an elemental?
Orin of the Bold. I think the thing with Severin is that he's the veteran of these wars. So then we have Oberyn the Bold with a big liberator axe or hammer. The bull-hearted giant of a man, Oberyn was always the first to laugh and make jest until his third reforging. Now he speaks little and only seems at peace in the heat of battle. So they start to lose their personalities after a while, and they become kind of like more, I don't know, just focused on the battle. They're more automation.
Which is so sad.
Yeah, he lost his personality. He doesn't laugh as much anymore. So Oberyn the Bold. So it looks like he's probably your mighty hammer bearer. And then let's see, his special ability when he doesn't have a special ability. Okay, well. And then we have, let's see, what's her name? Angarad Blightshield. So what do you think of her, Jackson? In another life, Angarad was a smith whose master-crafted blades were designed by warriors far and wide. Now she puts her hammer to the task of purging heathens and savages, a calling she's enjoyed and embraced. So she was the one you were saying that you really liked her base the most, right? There's a little bit more detail to it. I actually really like the one with the fallen head, but you dug this one. It looks like she has a little bit more dynamic pose. She's just going to town on people, right?
Yeah, well, it seems like if you look at these two pieces of rubble, it's like everything's just pushing off to the side. Like
like her aura is pushing the waist aside.
Yeah, kind of. Oh. Like it gives her more look of a piece.
Oh, okay.
But yet, you still have to fight these guys who are all bloody and create that waste. Well, it's like kind of make that.
So then we have Karsus the Chained. This one was kind of hard to say. Now these guys, I think the Stormcast, there were probably about like 5 to 7 pieces. Like these guys were about 3, maybe 4. So they're pretty easy to pop together.
One of them I found was like 1 piece, I think.
Oh, okay. So what was the deal with this guy? Karsus was once a slave until he used his shackles to choke the life of his masters. He bears his chains still attached to his many notched axe that has claimed countless skulls for Khorne. So what did you think of this guy's pose? Like, this guy looks like he's pretty dramatic. Like, he's in the midst of a battle. He's kind of like, you there! I'm going to take you down, right? So.
Or maybe he's trying to fight for their skulls. Because still attached to many notched axe that has claimed countless skulls for Khorne. Mm-hmm. So, I think, like, he's grabbing out to grab someone. Then he'll, like, swing his axe and chop their head off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Probably because it says countless skulls.
So, Garrick Gorebeard. This guy seems to almost be the poster child to some degree for this warband. Garrick took over as chieftain of his murderous band after biting out the throat of a rival. Oh, okay. The blood that flowed forth to stain and mat his beard earned him his fearsome title, Gorebeard. So he just filled his blood with beard, or his beard with blood.
Blood with beard with blood. That's a big tongue twist.
Yeah, why not? So this guy's kind of neat. He's got barbs in his hair. That's kind of it's kind of funny. I think like Chaos spend a lot of time. Oops, forgot to clean that up. They spend a lot of time. They seem to focus a lot on jewelry. They spend a lot of time like trying to look good.
Well,
and he has no shoes.
I think like the problem with the Chaos, like they're too spiky.
Yeah.
Like see, look at him. He's so detailed that like just look at his hair. How sharp do you think that is? And like their blades are actually hurt.
Let's focus on him real quick. We'll just move this guy down and do Targor. So Targor is Targor is a recent addition to the ranks of Garrick's killers, a member of a conquered tribe who chose to walk the path of skulls rather than suffer a slow, torturous death. So what did you think of this guy? You said he's really spiky. He does have a little bit of spike in his hair, although that could just be the hair itself. Yeah, he's kind of generic. I think like some of these guys are just like run of the mill, like all right, I'm a warrior. He went and carved his chaos symbol in his chest. So what do you think of this guy?
I think he has too many weapons. See, like he has a knife. Well, I mean, like everyone pretty much has a knife. Yeah. But then he has an axe.
Those seem to be their biz.
And like he has a whole ton of armor, which are technically weapons because they're so dang sharp. It's like, like if he just runs into like a crowd of people, he'll probably kill like 5,000 people in just one jump.
Yeah. So here's Blooded Sayic. Sayic has lost himself entirely to the red rage of Khorne. The only sounds that passes his lips are bestial growls and the blood-chilling screams let loose as he hurls himself at the thick of battle. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Looks like he paints like a skull on his face. Oh, it's a little bit of a skull helmet there. That's hard to see when it's red, but I think when we paint it up, it's gonna look pretty slick. So this guy was kind of problematic. I think, like, for the most part, you know, I liked how everybody everybody goes together. I think for games, like, I think Chaos has a little bit too much of this, like, flimsy stuff, like the chain. You know, like, unfortunately, it's a really cool detail and it looks really awesome, but you know, I just see it breaking off at some point. And also, actually, yeah, I think that was it. This guy also is going to ask for a little bit extra green stuff. I mean, that the cut right down the chest, and then along the back. I mean, a few of these guys like are going to have that, but this guy has it really bad. So I think this is kind of like a problematic build for me, just because it's going to
have to go to the doctor again.
Oh yeah.
To check on his butt. He has 2 cracks.
Ooh.
See, one sideways and one down.
Oh, he has a broken butt.
Burn.
He got a crack in his butt. Okay,
well,
so
everyone has a crack in their butt.
Arnif. Here we go. Arnif, let's see, he doesn't have a story written on his card. He actually just has an ability right off the bat. Piercing blade and axe. On a critical hit, this attack action does deals 1 extra damage. So he's kind of a little Billy badass. So, yeah.
ASS.
Yeah, that's right.
Burn.
Boom. So
you sweat.
I like his. I mean, his knife kind of jetted forward like that. I think is kind of a cool touch. Like, I just like that whole straight line. Like, the arm and blade become one continuous line. So I dig the design on this. So okay, so I think, like, all in all, these guys were pretty neat. They went together really fast. You know, when they say it's easy to build, I mean, what? I cleaned them up and cut them off the sprue for the most part, and you did most of the assembly, right?
Burn.
And it probably took 20 minutes. Like, so I had Jackson, a 9-year-old, plopping these guys together in 20 minutes.
9. Wait. No.
Yeah. So I think that, like, I think it's gonna be a neat thing for, you know, we'll see how the game goes. You played X-Wing with me. You played some Age of Sigmar, Magic, of course, Pokemon. But this seems like it could work out to where it might be something to do with the kids, but it also could be, it definitely has, like, some finer rules, you know, like, I think you're going to be having fun with, like, your adult friends too. So I don't know. What do you think, Jackson? You excited to maybe throw some paint on these guys and play? We'll do that maybe.
I will get
for the next video.
Thing of paint and just drop them in.
Well, stay tuned, guys. We're definitely going to come back and give you some. Jackson and I might do a game. I know John and Dave are really excited. So give us like a day or two and we'll have some game videos and show you how this game goes down. Also, maybe we'll do some tutorials on how to paint these guys. And I can't think of anything that needs to be converted on any of these. Do you, Jackson? So we'll just do that and get with it. All right, have a good night, guys. Say goodbye.
Sup?